Hi guys, welcome. Danny here from the Magic Junk Drawer. So I wanted to make a quick video today because a lot of people have been asking questions about spell work. And just to clarify the things that I do. So all the spell work that I do, none of it is bad. Even like the banishing spells, they're not even that bad. So like for example, I've done banishing spells before just because I wanted to remove people from my vicinity. I didn't want to cause them harm. I didn't want them to have bad things happen to them. I just didn't want to have to see them anymore. For whatever reason, they were driving me crazy and I just wanted them to be gone. So there's no bad karma that's really going to come from that because you're not wishing anybody evil. And you're not trying to harm them. If you're just trying to not cross paths with somebody, there's nothing wrong with that. So bad karma, first of all, you have to believe in it in order to get it. So growing up, I always believed in karma. I always did. And I had a lot of friends of mine that I don't know if they believe in it, but they didn't care. So for example, growing up, I always wanted to be a good person. I always wanted to do the right thing. Not that I was a super high achiever because I wasn't, but like I had like a lot of pretty high morals. I worked for A&P for 170 years and I did not steal from the company. Like I was not a thief. I had plenty of friends that worked there with me that used to steal all the time. I had another friend who worked for Spencer's in the mall. And when it was birthday time or Christmas, I got the best gifts because she used to steal them. I mean, I got all kinds of things, lava lamps, black lights, all kinds of stuff. And I know she used to steal them. I would never steal because I felt like either I would get caught or I would get bad karma. Bad things would happen to me. So I figured it wasn't worth it. Like to me, it wasn't worth it to have that guilt on my conscience. Whereas my friends, and not just that friend, a lot of my friends were thieves. I had another friend that I would go shopping with her, and I swear to God, right in front of my eyes, she would steal shit, and I would never see her do it. I had no idea that she was stealing until we got home, and she emptied out like her pockets and her boots, and she just had all kinds of crap, and I'm like, how the fuck did she get this? I was standing there with her. So to me, in order to get bad karma, you have to do something bad or you have to wish something bad. So to me, if I were to try to, say, manipulate a situation, I would be afraid of bad karma that way. Like, in other words, causing trouble between two people deliberately, or making a phone call to somebody and saying something or alluding to something, starting trouble. Like that to me would cause bad karma. But lighting a candle or doing a candle ritual, there's no difference between lighting a candle and doing spell work than it is to going into a church and lighting a candle there. It's the same thing. It's taking a moment, focusing on what you want, and putting that out into the universe. There's nothing evil about it. There's nothing satanic about it. There's nothing that's going to come back as bad karma because you're not doing anything bad. Now, the older I got, the less I started to believe in karma because all of my friends that were liars and cheaters and thieves, they never seemed to get in trouble. And areas of their life started to move fast and they started to get things that they wanted. And I felt like I was being punished. And shitty things always happened to me and I never did half the things that they did. And then the older I got, I really started to believe that. Like I would think, like how horrible it was that, I don't know, if I didn't have this thing in my life or this situation in my life and I really wanted it and I felt like I was deserving of it. And then I had friends that were like liars and cheaters and thieves. And yet they seemed to get whatever they wanted all the time. So I don't really believe so much in karma anymore like I used to. What I think is that and I keep saying it, that this stuff comes down to the law of attraction, because the universe doesn't seem to be judging good versus bad or good versus evil or right versus wrong. It seems to reflect back always the person's belief and their desire. So, for example, my friend that used to steal all the gifts, she believed that she should take them. She believed that they were owed to her. She believed that she wasn't going to get caught, and she never did. And, and then other things came into her life because of her beliefs. Now, I'm not telling people to go out there and steal things. I don't think that that's right. But I didn't see her karmically paying for that. Now, it's true. Maybe I haven't seen it yet. Maybe I don't know everything that's gone on in her life. But I know that I have felt over the course of my life that I missed out on a lot of things. And I felt like I was being punished or something. I don't know if I'm explaining it right. And other people that weren't as morally right as me, if that's how to say it, were living better lives. I guess that's the way that I could say it. Anyhow. So, no, there's not going to be any bad karma that comes back to you. There's not going to be anything crazy that happens. The other thing is that you can't put a time frame on it. You can't say, well, I need this to happen by November 10th. Like, you just can't do that. You can't deal with the metaphysical world and try to put a time on it, because there is no time when it comes to other dimensions. There's only time in this dimension. So, if you ever go to like a spellcaster or somebody that's going to tell you, oh, for $1,200, you can have this happen by January 1st. I think that that's bullshit and that you're being snowed. But that's my opinion. I've been around a long time, and I've been doing this kind of stuff for a long time, and there are no guarantees. Everything always comes back to your own belief. If you believe in it, it's going to work. If you don't believe in it, it won't work. And that's the same thing. Like, people will say, oh, the power of prayer, the power of prayer. But you have to believe in it in order for it to work. So that in itself is the law of attraction. It all comes back to that. Whether you light a candle or not, whether you sit on your, kneel down and pray or not, if you don't believe in it, it's not going to work. So anyway, I hope that clarifies some of the things. I don't want anyone to think I'm going to light a candle on Monday for them and their whole life is going to fall into place on Tuesday, because that's not going to happen. This is putting it out, putting the energy out into the universe with an intention, so that intention gets reflected back to you. See what I'm saying? So it's not like, I Dream a Genie, where she, snaps her fingers and things just change. It's not like that. So I just wanted to be clear on that before we move forward with the spell stuff. The way that I normally do spell work, Mondays, the day of the moon, I would always do cleansing. Tuesdays and Saturdays would be banishing, because they deal with the planets Mars and Saturn. Wednesday would be the day for communication. Thursday would be luck, money, prosperity, abundance. Friday would be love and beauty. Saturday would be banishing, and Sunday could also be career. It could be, you could really do anything on Sunday because it's the day of the sun. And then I usually use color magic. So I'll use white candles on Monday for the most part. Tuesday, for banishing, I would use black. You could use red because it's passion, but I'll usually use black. Wednesday would be green for communication. But if I'm dealing with a love ritual, I could also use red. Sometimes I'll use pink. Thursday, the colors would be either yellow or green. that I would use for prosperity. And the same thing with Venus. So you could go green for the heart chakra. You can go red. You can go pink. You know, it's kind of what resonates with you, what you can get your hands on, what you have access to. And Saturday banishing spells, I usually use either a navy candle, but most likely a black candle. The color for Saturday would be a navy or black. Sunday is like an orange color, but depending on the kind of spell work I'm doing, I might use a green candle. It depends. But basically, it has to be something that resonates with you. So, like for me, I read once that the color for Tuesdays was yellow. The planet of Mars was yellow. And that's not, I don't think it's true. It doesn't resonate with me. I would never use yellow. Mars is red. It's angry. It's fire. It's the god of war. Use a black candle or a red candle if you want to get rid of someone. But yellow is way too peaceful for me. Yellow is more for communication, luck, abundance, money, that kind of stuff. Communication. You could use it for that too. All right. If you have any questions, you can always email me, and I will see you guys later. Bye-bye.